All right, so hello. So my name is Stefan Gregoire, and I'd like to just share a little testimony with you guys. Now, you see, the first thing I'd like to say is about God, right? And this testimony is going to be about me and how God helped me through my life. I've actually been through difficult times. I've been through hell and back. But you see, the thing is, I think that I've been more blessed than um, any others. Now, I think what's going to happen is I'm going to do this testimony this way, but I wrote down quite a little long testimony. But first, let me just start with this little short one here. So, see, I've been going down a very long path of a very long and bad road. Now, you see, mentally, I haven't been doing well at all. See, my life feels like I'm, scary. I'm scared. But I shouldn't be scared at all. So, you see, let me just share a few things that my testimony I'd like to share eventually in the future or near future. But you see, I think that what it is I need to be able to help myself if I want God to help me. But, all right, so let me start with this. First of all, I am very nerve wracking in doing testimonies, but right now, this is what I'm starting with online. Because you see, I been having issues. How could I say that? Triggering me, and that I think that I can overcome anything I want if I really let God do it. Now, see, I have been going through hard times because maybe I let myself go through hard times, or maybe not. But what I do know is that I serve a big God who can do anything. Now, is this the same story? This hasn't been the same story for quite a while. You see, the thing is that I think that I need to be able to get a little bit of help so I can continue down the path and the road that God wants me to do and want me to work for Him. Now, see, this is the testimony I'm going to want to share. This is almost 3 pages long. The third page is just a few sentences or few words, I should say. But I'd like to start with this one here that I'm doing right now. And then maybe God in the future will actually, give me a chance where I can get to the point that where I actually want and need to be. But see, life is not about just what we want to. Life shouldn't be about what we want to or what we want to have or we desire from this world. So you see, the thing is, as I said, this here is my testimony that I'm going to want to share because eventually I'm going to want to be a pastor from God who is a truly pastor. Now, you see, the thing is, another thing is that, how could I say this? My life has been difficult, so difficult, to a point where when I was young, I was pretty much a happy, good, happy boy. But then 13 years ago, 1 week ago today, I had a severe car crash. And, things were going good in high school and, in little school. And, so we go from little school to middle school to high school. And then, bam, here has this accident of mine that I did not ask for. But see, the thing is, in life, we have to learn to be able to understand. Now, I need to understand. We have to understand that life isn't always um, a roller coaster. It isn't always like that. It can be. Life isn't always the way we want it to be or should be. But you see, I've been just sitting around, okay? And the thing is I know that we serve a big and strong God. Now the thing is, I don't feel like I should be, and I don't feel like where I'm at or who I am is who I am meant to be. Because you see this eye here, okay? This eye here happened from this car crash that I'm talking about. So this car crash completely changed my life around for the worst. After high school, I went to college. Now you see, I know that I'm able to get back to where I was and better because I know that God is able, right? But if I know that God is able and I'm going through this hard time, why is God allowing this to happen? Why am I choosing for this to happen? Is that the question? Now, anyways, this isn't the testimony that's on my paper. But this testimony on my paper will come to pass, and I will be getting it done. This video is going to be going online for my very first time, my very first video, my very first testimony, which is going to be put online on my YouTube channel. So maybe to look up or look forward to seeing that. I'm going to have a YouTube channel from now on. And then, all right, so I go to school, little school. I do good grades. I go to middle school. I go to high school. And then I graduate. Then what happens? I get this car accident, which part of this is in here, okay? So, what happened to me is I got hit head on, right? So I'm going to be talking about me in this accident, okay? What happened to me, okay? All right. So, what God has done for me is unbelievable. I've been acting and overacting like there is no tomorrow. Like on this earth, my life has to be perfect. But I need to realize that, do you know what? Life isn't always perfect. And life isn't always what we think it is, right? I like music. I really do. Now, I think what the problem is that I don't have enough faith and I don't have enough trust, right? Everybody goes through things, but see, I'm at the point where I don't know where to go in my life anymore. But back to this accident. And by the way, today is October 31st, 2021. I'm going to share a lot about myself and a lot of a lot of things. But tonight, on this October 31st, 2021, which is on a Sunday, at 9:17 p.m. So, back to my point. Back to what I was saying. I've been going through a hard time because I don't understand. I don't get why um, I just let myself go so much misery. As a point, I was wondering that, and I'm still wondering that. But I'm getting answers day by day. See, God has been showing me lots lately. Since this year, 2021, I have now realized more and more that life isn't the way it should be, or life isn't the way it has to be, or sometimes life isn't the way we think it is. But, anyways, what I want to talk to you about tonight on this testimony is about my car crash and how I've been going for transgender in the past. All right? So, all of this will be said the exact same way it is written down. But at this moment, I'm just doing a brief testimony, a brief video, just to say and show how I've been through a lot, and etc. I don't mean to repeat myself. But anyways, okay, so let's start by getting to the point where I want to. Now, God, you see, God is a God who works in mysterious ways, right? Now, I may seem like I'm saying this all right now, and then I'm going to forget it, and then all kinds of things will happen later. But you see, I got hit by a vehicle, which gave me head-on injury, which is brain injury, they call it. So I had to go through a few operations because I got head-on injured, right? So let's see. This part of the face, okay, on my left eye, okay, of the head and the left side of the face, as I said, got hit wide open. Now, you see, what I'm about to say is what changed my entire life all around for the worse. Now, you see, the first thing I did was I took money without gas, without asking. And I was on my way to do a test that day in college. Remember I said I was going to college? Okay. Well, this is what has been happening in my life. This is what's been happening in my life since the crash, or from the crash. So, as I was going down this wrong road, right? And after this crash, I was turned head injury, right? And then I get skin open wide head injury that blew my face open. You were able to see blood, but I fell unconscious. So don't ask me much. I know some things that happen, but I don't know everything. Okay? Now, there are things that I was told. I was actually even live on the news twice on that day, which was October 24th, 2008. And this happened at 7:30ish in the morning. So that's October 24th, 2008. And as I said, it made, or it has been, whichever one you want to choose, 13 years last Sunday. And today we are October 31st, 2021. This is Halloween, and I don't like Halloween. So we'll leave it at that. But anyways. And then after all the surgery and all these bad things happened to me, there was my bone here down to 3 centimeters low. But see, it's just, I've been trying to get closer to God. Like this point of the video, of my video, is that about God and my life, okay? Now, I've been trying to get close to God the more I can and the more possible. But you see, it's not the way, I thought it'd be. So God has been so good to me that He saved my life. And then since this year, I've been begging and begging, and I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know why this, why that. But you know what? My main issue is I'm stuck on something, and I don't know what it is. But I do know that God is there. The only thing that gets to me is why am I thinking I'm going crazy? This is not the testimony that's written on my paper. But, so then after this accident, this completely blew my mind. I did not know my life was going to be this way. So, come on, let's go. Just changing a little bit of spots. I'm changing spots at this moment. But see, it's because I came from being abused to myself and did a lot of stupidity things since this accident happened to me. And I've been hurting a lot since, right? So, and then there's been this COVID-19 that started not too long ago, about a year or over. Like, this isn't the actual real testimony I want to share, but I'm just testing myself to see how I'm going to be doing, because I want to share a big testimony. Now, on to my accident. The reason I say it changed my life is because I was such an easygoing kid and young teen. I was, chillax and easygoing and stuff. But then this accident happened to me, and then I started yelling and screaming. I went into drugs. I went to alcohol, and I went to going to parties and all kinds of other things, right? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm only human, but I've been really immature since I've been in my 20s, and that's where it got worse. And in my 30s, it's been getting even worse because it's the yelling and screaming. But there will be times where I'll be, sharing this, um, these other testimonies, right? Because I wanted to show you guys how I've been through hell as well. Not trying to be selfish, which is another thing I have to work on, not being selfish. But, yeah, and then this accident made me unconscious. It made me turn into going from male to female, which thank God I didn't do. But God knows what I've been through. And what I've been doing and what I've been going through isn't easy. Now, mind you, I'm going to be watching this video after this, seeing how this turned out. But my main point is that there's been so many things that came into my life. Sorry, just changing spots again. It's unbelievable to see and see how alive and blessed I am. See, as I said, 13 years ago, I almost lost my life and I almost died from this car crash. And then I started to, do all kinds of, stupidities with, but anyways, I'm not gonna say that part yet. But I've been begging for prayers and I've been trying to, do my best, but, I've been battling type thing, and I'm not ashamed to say that I'm a Christian. I'm just worried what's going to happen to me because there's so much that's happened to me. The only thing I can do is pray because I've been through a lot. Everybody's been through a lot. Everybody's been through things. But some haven't even been through that much. Or some have been going through things and they've just been asking for attention. Now, mind you, I've been asking for a lot of attention my entire life. Okay? I'm being honest right now, and I'm being honest from my heart. See, because there's a lot that I lost, and there's a lot of bad that happened to me. I can't wait to share this with you because it's gonna be so unbelievable. But just at this point, I'm just, doing a little broadcast, a little small testimony, because I want to be able to see, am I going to be able to realize what I have to do? All of this has nothing to do with how I'm going to be doing my real testimony, because I want to be able to do a real testimony, which is on this page. And that this accident did not help anything. It changed my mind. It changed my entire life from drugs, alcohol, as I said, transgender, going as a trans woman. I mean, do you think that comes from God? No. God has been so good to me that I've been blessed with all kinds of things, and still it feels like it's not enough for me. It feels like I'm trying to defeat and battle some demons, right? My whole point is that I want to be able to get closer to God, and I know God. I know Him exactly how I'm supposed to, but I have issues trusting. And I have issues letting go of the past. I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm worried. It battles my mind. It's been battling my mind for quite a few years. I lost a lot, as I said. I'm trying to get close to God by reading the Bible. Trying to get closer to God by getting to know him personally, and that's not working. Excuse me, I was itchy, but anyways. I just miss who I used to be. This isn't who I've been. Something happened to me. Someone took me away. Something turned my life around in a very bad way. And I'm just asking if you guys can pray for me, because I'm still going through a little bit of a hard time, but I've been set free, I was told. So if I've been set free, why do I still feel this way? Well, the answer to that is that I have to go to God so I can get my answers. I have to trust Him. I have had so much miracles happen to me. It's unbelievable. It blows my mind, God. See, like, there's just something horrible and some horrible things as well. Things that made my life turn around. But there's going to be more and more and more as I'm going to be showing. And then one day, that day will come that, do you know what? I will be ready. I will be where God wants me to be. I've been listening to the devil too much is what I mean. I've been more on the devil's side than on God's side. Now, mind you, or not, I'm very acknowledged. Very acknowledged. I do have a very damaged brain, which is caused from this accident. I was abused financially because I don't want to talk about right now. I was abused in all kinds of ways. But see, my whole point right now from all this is I'm struggling. But as we struggle and fight and we get discouraged, or, it might happen, but we can't let the enemy win. We can't keep ourselves discouraging. Now, do you see all this that I said? All these positive things? Well, let me tell you, none of these positive things, or all this, me being positive, is not in me. So what I'm trying to say is I think that it's time that, I start to think positive. I went through so much help that still didn't help because I didn't help myself. Now, how is a person supposed to get better if they don't help themselves? You see, I got it all up here, but I just tend to choose to just listen to these demons. And these are just little things that I talked about. Okay? This is nothing. Nothing compared to what I've been going through. I have way more to share with you guys. And I really hope you enjoy listening to me, because I have a lot of testimonies to share. And I have a lot of things that I want to share. Where it's meant to be, when it's meant to be, God will guide me. How it's supposed to be. Etc., and on and on. But one thing is, I really, really desired to end my life, and I did everything I could. And I'm still here. I don't understand why. And I don't understand what I've been going through, why. But that's because I haven't been giving God enough time. My main point is God. And me in my head and my heart is not right with God. I am not right with God. I am not at the point where I'm supposed to be with God. And I want to, and I need to. Because do you know that life is serious? I'm just knowing these things. I'm just knowing what life is about. And to know these things and what I've been going through, especially these past months, since this past summer, since this past spring, this year, last year, 2020 was last year, 2019. But I did choices that I didn't mean to. I don't even know who I am, but I know that I'm a child of God, is what I was told. That's what I said so many times. Now, you see, my main problem is I'm focusing too much on God and I'm not focusing on myself by letting God focus Himself in His hands and stop battling, struggling, letting myself worry, letting myself get to a point where I get sick, and this is where I am at. I had to restart smoking, like I wouldn't go back to smoke. And I had stopped that for near 2 years until last week of 2021 of this October of this year. Now, okay, all this that I just said, all this that just happened, okay, mind you, this is just a brief, as I said, this isn't how exactly I want it to be, but I'm just trying to prove myself that I can do it. And if I can do it, anybody else can do it. But I have to remind myself, if everybody else can do it, then so can I. And I get discouraged. I have really big depression. I have big anxiety. I have all kinds of mental and all kinds of health problems and stuff. I worry about my future. I worry about what God thinks of me. We'll get all into these details, and I'll get all into these details personally when time is right. But for now, the only thing I have to say is please do pray for me. I do need all the prayers I can get. I've been attending church. You know, is that I've seen some changes myself, I was told. But I just don't know what to do anymore but to give it to God. And I tried too much in my own strength. I tried too much in my own ways. Wanting it my way, which doesn't help at all because it got me down a very wrong, bad path, road, whatchamacallit. Anyhow, I really do hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope you tune into the next one, and next ones, and next ones that'll be ongoing, because one of these days, or as soon as possible, I like to go in front of people in churches, or public, or whatever it may be, especially churches, and show that what I've been through. Is there anybody else that, kind of can relate to what I've been through, But you see, I say this now, and maybe later on, I won't even be saying the same thing or thinking the same thing that I'm so positive and no, because I've been nothing but a horrible, negative person who's been letting myself down and not letting myself listen to the one I'm supposed to, which is God. I'm trying to change my life around. There's been so much yelling, screaming, so much anger. I don't understand. But for now, leave it at that. And please like and tell me in the comments what you think. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. I hope you enjoyed this.